Hey my fellow diamond friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kalikaloo on the internet, and I also go by the name of Kali, and I'm very happy that you found your way to today's video, which is actually another video about our small shop called JollyGemShop, where you find legally licensed artwork from a large variety of artists. And so in this weekly video that we always bring out on Fridays, I will show you a little bit more about our newest releases, and I will also tell you a little bit more about the artists we have in the shop, giving you a little bit more of their information, like what did they tell us to tell you. And we also tell you how you can bling them up, because I want to remind you that in our shop we are selling like different sizes of the same painting. We sell them in square drills and round drills, just like you wish to work with. And then we also offer a customization, which means that you can find like twinkle drills, which is a little bit like fairy dust drills. You find crystals, ABs, glow in the dark drills, and metallic drills in our shop. And with this video, I also want to tell you like where I would or how I would enhance these pictures. Of course, this is like just my personal preference, and you can still like do whatever you want to do. There's so much possibility for each and every kit. So should you want to get something special, or you may just not yet be sure, you can also always contact us on JollyGemShop@gmail.com, and we will help you out finding the best way to place your drills, or if there are special requests for customization. So let's get started with today's, this week's first painting, and it's called Wilda, and it's a painting from Anna Paul. So let me tell you a little bit more about Anna Paul before we kick it off with this very first painting. Just give me a little second to open up the document so that I can tell you a little bit more about Anna Paul. So Anna Paul, also known as Anna Paul Draws, all our artists will be linked down below so you can find them and also show them some love. She's from Slovakia and she loves to draw. It's her hobby. Relaxation and self-expression. She started with colored pencil, but she also likes watercolor, ink pens, acrylics, and digital drawing. She likes colorful, happy, and funny things, and she hopes her drawings will bring you joy. So I really hope it does. And like I said, we already had a few very beautiful paintings of Anna Paul in our shop. There are more to come. And first of all is Wilda. So this is Wilda, and this always gives me Studio Ghibli vibes. I don't know why, but she reminds me Princess Mononoke, and with Maru, the big wolf in the background. So this is the painting, and I just don't know, it's like just myself. I have a look at the painting and I really find it so stunning and beautiful. But yeah, so we have it in 3 different sizes. We have it in a small size, 50 by 70. We have it in a middle size, 60 by 85 centimeters. And we have it in a big size, 70 by 100, if you want to go really, really big. I also want to remind you that if you have a look at the paintings, you can see here, they always look a little bit more subtle, more dull. That's normal. That's just because we can't print them with the same quality as when the drills are placed down. Once the drills are placed, you will see that the colors will look super bright and super sparkly. So don't be afraid of that. You can always have a look at our Instagram, where you can see the finished pictures of some of our customers, and you can see how sparkly these actually are. So this is Wilda, and this is how she will look like. If you want to enhance her, what can you do? You can definitely work with a lot of things. Either you work with a little bit more of the background, you could enhance the flowers, of course, in the bushes. You could work with her stick. You could make this one look a little bit more wooden, or just add some, I don't know, special drills to it to make it shine. I would definitely work with her clothes, work with the feathers she has here, add some yellow to it. You could work also with the, I don't know if it's tattoo or if it's just some marks, some drawing. I would add some to these as well. Then to the marks on her head. I'm not a very big fan of sparkly faces, but I think that the stones or the markings on her face would be lovely. Then I would also add some to the feathers here. Maybe some ABs would be very beautiful here. Same for the purple one here. If you want to work with the wolf, You can work with the white spot here. You can add some blue to it. I would not go too much into that though, so otherwise it will look a little bit like weird if you do just part of the wolf. But maybe you could add some twinkle drills because they are like a little bit lighter than ABs or crystals would be. And you could add the same markings here. Like I would love to see the same one we have here as well on her. So I think this would look very beautiful. That's what I would focus on. Like I would not go too much into the greenery just because I want my eye to be drawn first to the girl and to the wolf and then later on to the background. This again is completely up to you. It's just some suggestions that I want to make, but you're free to enhance any painting like you want to do, and you can find like separate drills in our stock on the store if you want to buy some. Next up is another painting, and this time it is Tea Party in the Rose Garden by Yulia Belasla. So you may have known or seen a similar painting that was also done by one of our customers and finished. It's pinned to our Instagram page as well. And like I said, it's from Yulia Belasla, and she actually did it, this one, especially for us, for the shop. And Yulia Belasla, she's an artist from Siberia, and she's a full-time artist with more than 15 years of painting experience. She creates paintings of people, patterns, and animals merged with abstract elements, inspired by the universal language of emotion. So if you have a look at Yulia Belasla's Instagram page, you will see how she does create these paintings. And this is really magical because the process of creating these paintings is so interesting, and I would love to really have her on one of our sip and art chats just to get to know a little bit more about how she found that art for herself, the style, and how she does create paintings in general. So this is Tea Party in the Rose Garden, and we do offer it in a few sizes. We have it once in a 50 by 75 and a 60 by 90 centimeters if you want to go a little bit bigger. So what I love about this painting, it's actually a second part to the first one we already offered. And you can have a look at it as well. So it is linked. I will link both if you want in the page down in the description down below. But this is a variety of the first one we had, and this time the mask is a little bit different. While in the first one, the girl had an open conversation. The girl has actually bunny ears. In this one, she does have cat ears, and Yulia also added like the cat from Alice in Wonderland to it. So it's the Cheshire cat you can see here, and I think it turned out really beautiful. If you have a look at the finished product, I think that already with the golden parts, it will look like metal. Like it does look like metal. You would not even need to add more metal drills. But if you really want to experience with that, you could definitely add some golden parts to the parts you see here. The outlining to make it even look more metallic. Then you could add like maybe I would mainly work with the yellow parts, just because this will outline her, and then maybe a little bit with the backgrounds, like with the hearts you can see here. So I would maybe add some twinkle drills to these and then focus the rest really on the yellow outlines, maybe just on parts or maybe really just on everything. This is up to you. I would find it lovely to enhance like this part here, the same in the cup, this little heart, and the tea that is getting poured in the cup of tea. Then you could also, if you really want, you could also work with the eyes of the Cheshire or make the smile with glow-in-the-dark drills. Like, I think this would look lovely, like just to have the smile in glow-in-the-dark drills. So you look at the painting and in the night you just see like the Cheshire smile. So yeah, I think this is really rich in possibilities to actually enhance it. But then let's move a little bit further because we have more paintings for you in stock. Okay, so here I am again. So I'm really happy to present to you one of our newest artists that we actually have here. And so this is really special because this artist, she's called Jasmine, and she's also known as Oilyur. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but she's actually an artist from Melbourne, Australia, And she loves making digital art, especially featuring pretty animals and nature. And she hopes that you enjoy her artwork. So I really hope you do, because she has some very, very stunning artwork. Please go over, check out her Instagram account as well, and you will see so many lovely drawings of animals. And we have this very first one from her in our shop called the Blue Heron. A quick little sip to stay hydrated. And let me tell you a little bit more about this Blue Heron. So we do have it also in a few sizes. We do offer it, let me just see so I don't tell you something wrong. We have it in 45 by 60 and 60 by 80 centimeters. So if you love animals, this is beautiful. Like, I personally, when I saw this drawing, I was so stunned by the beautiful way she captured like the movement of the animal. And you can see, like, I feel it's always inspired also with some, not really magical, but something spiritual, like with this like vapor that comes out here. I think this one looks so realistic, and it has something like, I don't want to say it's possessed, you know, but like it does give away a certain vibe. And that's something I really love about this drawing. If you would want to enhance it, you could definitely work with the fume that's around like the heron. You could work with this little star here. And I would work with the blue parts that you can see in the heron, like in the beak as well as on the hat. And I would make something special with the eyes. Either use really very clear ABs, or I would definitely even go with the center and use maybe a crystal or something like that. I really love how this one looks, and so I'm happy to say hi to Jasmine and to welcome her in this little family we have created during the time. So let's move on and let's get to another one. So this one is called YaeMikoxArolf. So it's one from Ruby's Creations. And Ruby is also known as Arolf Jr. X work, so you can find more of her drawings as well in our shop. So it's not the first one we have from her. And let me get to the description that Ruby did send us, so I can tell you a little bit more about her. So Ruby Navish, also known as Arolf Jr. work. She's a freelance digital artist from the Philippines. Her works are mostly inspired by anime, Ghibli, Disney, fantasy books, and her emotions. She enjoys using cheerful colors to get out her comfort zone while still putting her own style into her art. She also uses watercolor, gouache, and oil pastel as her medium. And so this one is from Ruby. And so we have it in a few different sizes. We have it very small, 40 by 50, 60 by 75, and 80 by 100. So this one is the big one you can see on the screen, and it does actually show the girl. And we have here a lot of like things that you could actually enhance. Let me just like see how I can show you. Oh, sorry, I just like... Okay, so I would definitely work with the golden parts, maybe use some metal drills for it. If you don't like metallic drills, you could still use ABs to enhance these parts. Her eyes look stunning, so you could definitely work with twinkle drills, white ABs, add some purple twinkle drills. You could work with some violet for the flower here and for the earrings as well. And also here you could add it. Then if you want to add some highlights, you could add some pink highlights into her hair. I would not make them entirely ABs, but I would add some sparkles to it just to make some strands look a little bit more sparkly. Maybe that frame her head, maybe that outline like the exterior a little bit more. And I think that would look very, very gorgeous as well. Let's move on to another one, and this one I was so happy to add as well to this week's selection. So this one is from TishArt. So we already had a lovely selection of artwork from TishArt, and it's called City Jellyfish Bloom. So, but first of all, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about TishArt. So she's an illustrator from France and she's fascinated by animals and nature. She likes to create hybrids between fauna, flora and elements to bring more magic to life and raise awareness of nature. Her illustrations also aim to highlight the fragile balance of an ecosystem. Very inspired by the Ghibli studios, of which she's a big fan, and the Japanese arts. Her paintings are a mixture of traditional mediums such as watercolor and digital techniques. So it's a little bit of a mixture of all of these, and I love how she does draw nature and the animals so that both of them are part of it. And this one is very special to me because while most of the drawings we added from TishArt are actually taking place in a forest or like more like natural place, this one here does depict like more of a city with all of these beautiful jellyfish. And this one is definitely one I would love to get and to work on and to put on my wall. I love just how nice these jellyfish look, and you can enhance them so beautifully. Like I would definitely work with the jellyfish and make them maybe glow in the dark. And then you could also like add some yellow to the lights you see in the background in the cities and in the buildings. Maybe add some pink if you want to, like really light pink, like twinkle drills maybe. But the most part, I think I would work on these jellyfish. And I think I forgot to mention the sizes that we actually have this canvas in. And we do have it in 3 sizes, so you can go very small, 50 by 70, 60 by 85, or 70 by 100 if you want to hang it up on a wall and you want a real big size. But definitely you can work on this with a lot of blue. For if you don't want to make it glow in the dark, you can still make it like ABs or I don't know, even crystal drills if the rest is neutral drills. I feel like this would look so amazing. And with this, we do come to nearly our last one. Not exactly our last one. This one is one that I was very looking forward to show in our shop. And it's one from Oswal Jane Art. So if you have not seen our interview, you can still have a look at it. It's still on our webpage. And we did talk with Oswal Jane Art in the very first episode of my Sip and Dart chat about her drawings, how she does draw, what inspired her. And so it was really fun. Like the interview was really interesting. So if you want to have a look, I can link it down below again. But Oswal Jane Art, she's a Ukrainian illustrator and character designer with passion for details and bright colors. Her art is inspired mostly by video games, fantasy books, and Disney. And here we have a very recent one of hers, and it's a fairy, and it's called Magic Coffee. And you have this very beautiful girl that is actually reading, not reading, but she's looking at the camera with her coffee. And we have this in 3 different sizes, a 50 by 50, 60 by 60, or 70 by 70. And if you want to enhance this, you could work with a lot of different colors. I would definitely love to enhance her necklace here, like this one here, and maybe also the part around, like the chain. You could add a little bit of the same color to her lips if you want, not too much, not to make it look too weird. You could add a little bit of blue to her tattoos or the drawing she has on her arms, and the same color you could put on the coffee as well. And even her eyes, if this is something that you like. And then I would work with the wings. Like you have so many beautiful possibilities to work with the wings, like either these very thin lines, you could make them ABs so that you get that sparkle in these wings. You could also highlight a little bit the hair, like the parts where you see like this is like a little bit clearer. You could add some highlights as well, maybe work with some ABs or even just little twinkle drills to get it a little bit like clearer, not as heavy sparkly as maybe the rest. This is a very beautiful canvas from Oswal Jane Art that I was really excited to add to our collection. And with this, we come to the last painting. And this one is called Hades. And it's from one of our Japanese artists. It's from Akiko Ijichi. And this is, like I said, hardest, and we do have her in 2 different sizes. But before we go to that, I just wanted to let you know a little bit more about Akiko. So Akiko Ijichi is a painter from Japan. She creates her works using traditional Japanese painting techniques, using washi paper, crushed mineral pigments, and metal foil. She mainly presents her work at galleries and art fairs in Japan and abroad, and her work is often introduced in art magazines. She's noted for the unique worldview of her works and the mysterious expression of the girls and women she draws. This is beautiful. This is also something that did draw me to her artwork, just like the more traditional way she draws and how her paintings depict actually this culture, like the Japanese culture. And I love how always you have like more of a dark feeling about these paintings, like this hand with the long nails that's grabbing her hair. And then you have like still the softness with the butterfly wings that are falling down. So we don't really have an entire butterfly, but the butterfly seems to be ripped apart. So you always have these beautiful women, and then like really this delicatesse about them. And then you have like something more dark that's coming up. So this is hardest, like I told you. And if you want to enhance it, up to you how you want to do it. I would work with the butterflies that are falling down. These are not petals, but probably be parts of the butterfly. I would add something to the flower we see here. Maybe you could highlight a few strings of the hair as well, if you want to, or maybe just a hand that is coming down to try to grab her. I would not focus on her as much, but really on the details that go around, so that your eye will be naturally drawn to her, but then you enhance like the other parts that are floating around her. So definitely a very, very beautiful canvas. And yeah, so these are the canvases of this week. I really hope you like them. Please let me know in the comments down below if there's one that is your favorite one from this week, and which one would it be. So really something that I'm interested in. I also want to remind you that we have a special offer going on every weekend. You just like get a 10% off on our new releases. Once they are dropped, like they will come out on Saturday 12 p.m. CAT, and until Sunday 11:59 p.m. CAT, they will be like 10% off. Just like add them to your like shopping cart, and once you check out, there will be the 10% off. A quick reminder as well that once you have like bought for 90 euros, you can use the code free shipping, and then you will have like not to pay for the shipping anywhere where you live. And should there be some requests about your part, or you can't find your country where you're living in, just like send us a quick message at JollyGemShop@gmail.com, or you have this button where you can contact us on the webpage, and we'll try to get to you back to you as quickly as we can. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I really loved showing you our new designs, and I hope I will see you in our next video. Until then, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and bye guys!